So I'm gonna just see what comes out. I did pre-shuffle on my cards to see what comes out. And I put them all heads up, but they don't stay like it. So that way, you know, not in reverse. Because in that way, I start new every day, but it still manages to go in reverse, no matter what I do. So, just wanted to share that with you. This is the drama deck, I call it. I don't even like drama, but... 7. Can't count 7 cards and then 4 is how it is. I do it different every time. That's what the Holy Spirit wants me to do. I pray before and after. I pray in my head. I ask for all the energy, the negative, the devil, the lies, all that stuff to go away from me, just like you should. And they all say, take what resonates, leave the rest. And I say, just take what you want and leave the rest. Same thing. We got Daughter of Pentacles, and that's 9 of Cups in reverse. And then there's the Son of Pentacles, and they have the 8 of Pentacles with them. A Mother of Pentacles. All these are good cards, except for one. There's a daughter, looks like. There's a daughter that sees clearly and can't get to her cups because of the illusions that was around her. Then you have a male person. They're very loving and kind. And they have good people around them, and the energies for them. Then there's this Mother of Pentacles who didn't even see what was in front of them, but they were their own blessings. And then you have the Strength card here. That's all good stuff. So this is like the outcomes though, them thinking they're getting any more, they're not. Their 5 of Pentacles are in reversed. They didn't realize. That's why the 4 of Swords is here, that everything has been illuminated. That's divine justice here. This doesn't have anything to do with man justice. Not what I'm pulling here, isn't. Then there's a Ace of Swords. This Ace of Swords isn't necessarily because it's a bad person. It's in reverse. So this particular one had their guard up. So they're the type of person, there's a person who blames others for what they're doing. That's exactly what that card's telling me. And there just hasn't been a death to that situation. People are still enabling these kind of people. But they have been illuminated to it. So now when you know, you can change it and make it better. So once you know, then you can change it. So I hope you do. And then we pulled this is the Shaman deck one. I'm not going to do the planets today. I'm just doing energies that are around me. Or connected to me. Which all it takes is, since my roommate's here, that's all it takes for it to get connected to me, really. That's how delicately the web of life really is in the shaman world. It's very delicate. I'm going to do the same thing. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 4. That might be a lucky number for somebody, 7 and 4, because I like to do that for a lot. Alright, we have... it looks like air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, a person in the reverse. It's telling me, basically, looking at these cards, almost all of them are in reverse. There are 2 that are not. Literally 2. That means all these other energies probably were involved in this situation. And then we have the water signs too. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person. This could even be somebody you know that was involved. A lot of not enabling is what I'm seeing. And then we have about the air sign here though. There's a man and a woman together. And it looks like that person, the sweetgrass feminine, and then the masculine air, it was all about material gains and greedy. Everything that doesn't, everything that I don't associate with. I can tell you that right now. And then we have, doesn't mean I don't believe people change, because I'm around people that one person left. The only person I see change from, ever. Then we have, there's also a beaver moon. So this is flat out saying a Sagittarius, a person that's a Sagittarius. If I ever say 2 when I have these cards, like since I did air, what was the air signs? I don't know. I did air signs, and yeah, and then we have a Sagittarius. He's actually a fire sign, in case you don't know. And then we have this particular fire sign, because it came right with it, was Beaver Moon. Aww. He needs to work on his heart chakra. Aww. Obsidian is like a rock, a stone that you can use for a wellness stone. And then the 2 people that are in the upright, there's a water sign. This is a different water sign, obviously. It's a masculine is a younger one. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And then there's also a masculine or a feminine. 3 people. So there's 3 people in the water that, from the water signs, masculine, 2 masculines and a feminine, who are in the upright. They seen it, stopped it, did what they could. And they'll probably be greatly blessed for what they did. How about the future for this energies? For the future, there's a feminine water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. It looks like she's going to be losing things on karma, losing things on this earth right here from Venus, Earth, North, corn in the reverse. Yeah, she's losing things in the future for the part that she played in this whole situation, in this community of horrors is what I call it. And then we have 2 earth signs here, a masculine, 2 masculines, and the number 14 or 58, this could be the 14th of a month, 58 could be the 58th day of the year. So take what resonates and leave the rest, they would say. So I'm going to say it too. So, and then I like to do the angel cards, because that's they're real sweet. And they're helpful, and they're more therapy and they're more healing than these other ones are. So let's see what comes out. Same thing. I'm gonna bust it down the middle. Do 7. Always the ego. That's why I hate the ego so much. Yeah, the first card that comes out is freaking ego. Very first card out of 7. It's always, like I said before, the first half of your life you're trying to create a healthy ego where it doesn't hurt people and it's not selfish, which is prideful. And then the second half is taking it off because it got too prideful, or you get confused that it's prideful, which goes into boastfulness and all that kind of stuff. It's an illusion, and it's also, this card is saying that there was an illusion, being trapped. Nobody wanted to accept the responsibilities for the situation that they allowed to occur and occurred in their own lives and around them. Addictions and unhealthy habits. The Holy Spirit wants you to know this. But even if you take the drugs out, everyone wants to blame drugs. Everything around here is an addiction. That's what, for people who don't know, Alcoholics Anonymous wasn't built on just stopping from alcohol. It's a spiritual program that the Catholics and Bill and Bob created, in case you didn't know, from 1939, Akron, Ohio. But the reason I say that is because the spiritual principles that we really do have there cover all of this stuff. And it's more than just alcoholic as an addiction. Food, people, sex, money, gambling, all that stuff. And transformation, a lot of people are seeing and changing it. Like I said in the first deck of cards, where when you see it, you can change it. There's, of course, always going to be drama starters and haters and stuff. But when you see it, you can change it. And that's what my purpose on the planet was. But it wasn't to be taken out of the context that it happened in. It shouldn't have been human trafficking to me and my persons. It shouldn't have been all that stuff. I could still do that. I'm like a walking mirror around everybody. I still do the same things. I'm a little nicer about it, but it actually is more cutting than it used to be. Okay, so then we have a Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They have a lot of negative thoughts manifesting into real challenges and the fears. Opposite of fear is faith. If you don't have any faith, you might want to work on your spiritual world. You're probably in a material world. You might want to get grounded, step back in reality, and be grateful and thankful for what you have, because that's why you're stuck in this negative mindset. You're like in spiritual jail. Somebody's in spiritual jail. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn somewhere. Because they probably partaked in something or lied. All it takes is one little lie and you're in spiritual jail, I promise. Or one deceptive thing. That's why balance is in reverse, because it needs restored in this area. And the community of horrors, the balance definitely needs restored. There's been a huge injustice, not just in the spiritual world, but against God, against me, against humans, against your own humanity. So, how do we build balance? Right here it says on this card. Blending the ideas of others with your own to create something extraordinary, successful, compromise, the power of diversity, self-control, patience, and a lot of love. It's in the reverse. Nobody wants to take blame. Nobody wants to look at their faults. They're quick to judge, but not look at what they do wrong. You know, the hypocrite, the church hypocrite, cult hypocrites. We'll just say it how it is. And then we have air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Holy Spirit wants you to remain objective. Keep pushing. Keep having faith. You're supposed to know that. And that is end of challenging times for y'all. Things are starting to look up for reals. You might want to plan a trip, something fun. especially if you're changing yourself or you're working on yourself and you're healing any of those things, trying to be a better person, not caring what other people think, that kind of person, keep doing that because it'll pay off. You might not see it right away, but you will eventually. That's why the world card is here. The world knows what's going on. The people around you know what's going on. It's not just drugs, gossip. I'm just going to tell you right now, a sick game of gossip will hurt anybody, and you need to realize that. Because what you don't know, you don't know, you don't know. And by the second person, it was already twisted by your perception. That's common sense that I have. I don't have y'all's common sense about leaving the door open and that kind of stuff. Because when you're in a spirit and the rest of your body's dead, you don't give a shit about that fucking door, I promise. You're going to bust it down, you're going to get through that door, you're going to do what you got to do. So that's why my common sense looks different than yours. Because it is. Alright, so any final messages from Holy Spirit? Any final messages from the Holy Spirits? Alright. Renewal. Reviewing the past with compassion and forgiveness. That's what keeps me stuck in the middle, because I see it on all perspectives, both sides of the shoe. Nobody will even think about somebody's shoe, let alone put it on. I've done both, and I do that with everybody. I can't not do that. That's why I have an equality problem, equal give and take stuff that you probably know nothing about. 7 of air. We have a lot of air signs here: Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This could be you, somebody you know, could be a friend, relative, whatever. Things are starting to look up for you. This card is actually one of the ones that is a loss of peace of mind, but it's in the reverse. That means you're gaining clarity, clearing away the debris, maybe the toxicity of the boxes that all these systems try to put us in. They're meant to be helpful. They just got too far, always too far. I thought it was like 1% over the line with the cops. It's 25. I just lied to them, told them it's 1. So that way they didn't try to kill me again. Or whoever it was. Pretty sure it was human trafficking and they were part of the mafia or part of a gang somewhere. And everybody hated me. Blah, 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 blah. So there's a reason I'm here to do this. There's a reason I don't want to do it. And there's a reason I didn't want to know. I was forced to. That's what human trafficking is. Forced. Alright. There's a person, a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in a reverse. Their party is over. Whatever fun they thought they was having, they're no longer going to celebrate. They're no longer going to have gratitude to the divine and the angels for peace and prosperity. This is equal give and take from an injustice that has been done. So that's what we have. Final messages until, what do they say? Until next time, I'll be praying for you. That's all I can do.